high school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
From Frankfort, a Sagamore Conference clash. The rivals, Lebanon and Frankfort, the Tigers and the Hot Dogs. And the Hot Dogs are looking to get back on the winning track. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky along with Sean Wines. And Sean, after opening up with victories over county rivals Clinton Central and Clinton Prairie, Frankfort has dropped its next two games to Tri-West and Southmont. How can James Byers and his ball club get the Hot Dogs on the winning track?
Well, I tell you, there have been some glimpses of really bright play and some glimpses of some not so bright play. So they need a little more consistency to start out with, offensively and defensively in both sides. His offensive line, they've had times where they've had some good push off the line. They've had good aggressiveness off the ball, but then there are other times where they're being shoved in the backfield. Defensively, Garcia and Ethan Cook have done a great job kind of nailing down the middle of the defensive line. Their consistent play has been pretty solid. Now they need the other guys to step up and play with them a little bit. At times the linebacker plays look really good. Then it's been kind of faded away. DB play has been kind of hit and miss at times. So overall, Coach Byers thinks that they really need to have a little more consistent effort and a lot more flying to the football. Sometimes some guys will fly there, some guys won't, and then they're kind of stuck in no man's land. So those are the key things. He has got to get consistent line play. He's got to let his quarterback play the. He's a good player. If he gets some time to throw the ball, he's been able to make some things happen on his feet. And then, of course, we know their running back is excellent. He can pile through a line and make something happen.
And talk about this Frankfort football team. It appears what we've heard that sophomore Doug Wood will start at quarterback and Sam Michael will be moved to receiver. Just heard that this afternoon. Now, that may not be the case, but if it does, that brings a different twist for Frankfort's offense because Wood has a dynamic arm.
Yes, he does, yes. And Michael's quick. He's a good athlete, so that's another way to get another guy in the field who has some athleticism, another big play type of guy. So that'll be a really nice, interesting change if that ends up happening here in the ball game.
Sean, for Jeff Smock, the head coach in his fifth year at Lebanon, he's 21-21. The Tigers have won 13 consecutive battles in this rival game. They're an outstanding ball club. But the challenge for Lebanon has been early on, they have been bit by COVID. In fact, a couple weeks ago, when they were taken out at Danville, they had over 30 guys missing from their lineup. They've also had a difficult schedule. They lost a real strong Zionsville team in the second week, 30-2, and opened up with a loss to a really good Mooresville team, 35-7 to open up the season. A Mooresville team that has the potential to win a Class 4A championship. Now for Lebanon tonight, they come off a victory over North Montgomery primarily because they now have almost a full roster. All those kids who were quarantined are back and playing for Coach Smock.
Well, that makes a huge difference, and they have some really nice athletes over there. Probably athletically, if you're comparing the two squads, they probably have, numbers-wise, probably more overall athletes in the field. You can make up for that sometimes for Frankfort if you can scheme a little bit. But, yeah, that's going to be really nice for them to finally get full strength and be able to take their full team that they planned on over the summer to come in and play the game.
The key for Frankfort is to stop the running game. And Trevor Winkles, the senior for Lebanon, is just an outstanding running back in terms of his speed. At 5'11", 185, if he gets outside, he's a threat to go all the way.
And I'm not sure Frankfort have very many guys who can catch him either. It's as quick as he is. So they're going to have to try to contain him. And the two middle guys, the nose and the tackle for the defense, are going to have to be solid, keep the interior strong, and then let everybody rally to the ball from sideline to sideline to try to keep him contained.
Quickness-wise, we're going to see Drew Terrell, the senior, 6'5", 235. He's the nephew of Craig Terrell, played football at Purdue, later with the Seattle Seahawks. He is an absolute terror as a defensive end for Coach Smock's ball club. In many instances, I think Frankfort's going to have to double him up.
Yeah, they're probably right, because Frankfort has had some issues with a little bit of pressure off on the defensive end positions, particularly the right defensive end. So they're going to either have to chip him with the back, they're going to have to get some guard help if the guard's uncovered. They're going to have to go to a real quick passing game to replace him in the passing game.
And Sean, speaking of champions, today at the IHSAA Girls Golf Sectional at Lafayette's Coyote Crossing, Frankfort's own Emily Shipley recorded an 82. It became the Hot Dogs' first IHSAA Girls Golf Sectional Champion. Emily moves on to regional play next Saturday at Battleground in Lafayette. Congratulations, Emily.
Wow, what a great round. I think she would definitely whip me out there.
And an 82 is fantastic, and hopefully she continues that. And talk about continuing for Coach Byers. The program has to develop, and it starts with young kids. Take a look at these young cheerleaders on the track, and of course there's young football players as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, the band, get the old Bantam here. Yeah, that has been a steadfast part of Frankfort for years and years. I know my kids went through there in the Bantam League, and it's fun to watch them play. The excitement, their big eyes when they're carrying the ball, it's a great experience for everyone. The whole family goes and makes a day of it.
Hopefully for Coach Byers, many of these young players will grow up and become hot dogs and carry the big blue and have a chance to make a difference on the scoreboard for Frankfort as they play high school football. But this ball game today is very important that the hot dogs get off to a good start.
Yes, they do. They need to get it looks like they're going to be on the kickoff team, so they need to get a good coverage here. And it'd be a great start if they can get them 3 and out. Get a little momentum, get a short field, and see what happens from there.
The Hot Dogs will kick off. Winkles and Lark will be the returners. Lark, number 2, is just a freshman, and he has outstanding speed. He could be a real game changer in this ball game. And frankly, for Frankfort, they've got to be able to defend and play special teams well tonight.
Yes, exactly. That is one place that you can get a quick score, and they cannot allow any quick scores. They have to make sure Lebanon works on every possession.
The Hot Dogs with a left foot kick. Winkles from the 15. He fumbles the football. Look at that speed as he gets to the outside. 30, taken down at about the 34-yard line after a really nice return after bobbling the football. It'll be Lebanon and sophomore Landon Fouts leading the charge.
That was a couple of nice little wiggles there, wasn't it? I thought they had him back there, and one little whoop, and then you go that lateral movement. That's one of the things you really look for to see if you have a quality running back in your stable. And he definitely has some of that lateral movement. The old timers would call that strong ankles back in the day, if I remember right.
Landon Fouts, the quarterback, number 10, the starting quarterback for the Lebanon Tigers to lead this ball game off. And Winkles, we talked about, outstanding speed in the backfield behind this youngster with the 1-3 record. This is Winkles across the center, and Carreras, number 40, comes across and makes the tackle. He had an outstanding junior year. He's a really good talent for Coach Byers' club. And that's number 40, Vlad Carreras Lantigua, 6'1", 195.
Yeah, he did a great job flowing in. The interior boys plugged it up, and he slid down, making sure it didn't bounce. Another nice play right there as well.
Riley Goodnight, who plays both ways, an outstanding running back and also a linebacker, comes in and makes a huge play for Frankfort. It'll be 3rd and long for the Tigers.
That's the start they needed. They needed that right there. Make sure you get them 3rd and long, make them a little more predictable on what their play callings have to be. So now they need to get this big stop. Question is Frankfort going to pressure this, or are they just going to play a little bit of coverage behind this? You got 2 backs for max protection. Looks like they're going to bring a little pressure.
Winkles off the right side. He's going to get 5 yards. It's going to be short of a first down. Solid play up front defensively. Carreras 40 was in on there, but Ethan Cook's been playing well for Coach Byers' team. He's number 54.
Yeah, that was very well done. It was a power play to the right side. There was great flow. Had a nice kick closing down of the hole, and then a lot of flow by the linebackers trying to plug that. And safety had a little help as well. Very nicely done by Frankfort.
Ethan Cook, 54, the defensive tackle for Frankfort. He plays over the center. This will be an interesting matchup for Frankfort. The left tackle is their best, number 75, Williams. He's 6'6", 310. He's an outstanding player. Max Williams, a senior. Lark. At the 50, it'll be a first down, and that's what I'm talking about as far as Fouts' strength. You give him time, he can move the chains.
Well, that was a nice little slant right there, a little quick move to the inside. The receiver screened the cornerback off with his body. The quarterback put it right in the perfect spot. First down. Almost undefensible.
Lark's 12th catch of the year. He came into the ball game with a touchdown, 11 catches, 125 yards. This season, Lebanon averaging 145 through the air, 118 rushing, and, of course, they started out slowly. They had some nice numbers last week in the victory over North Montgomery. Winkles, left side. Brenton Wood is a tackler, the linebacker, number 58, after a couple-yard gain. He is an outstanding player for Coach Byers, as we have a youngster getting up slowly for Frankfort out of the middle of the pile. It'll be 2nd and 7.
But as you mentioned, Frankfort need to be able to stop the run. So far, they have done a pretty good job of controlling the running back. It looks like they've been playing quite a bit of little man out here, too, trying to get a little extra help. Now looks like they're back band up again, bringing some edge pressure.
4 wides. Fouts down the middle. He's got Lark. 30. Look at that speed. 20. 10. 5. No flags on the field. 11 in the end zone. A touchdown. Fouts to Lark. 50-yarder down the middle of the field, and the Tigers on the board.
Yeah, playing man-to-man. If you one of the ultimate sins in man-to-man is you cannot let a man inside of you to get that little quick slant, and that's exactly what happened right there. It looks like it might have been the inside receiver, broke inside, perfect pass again for the that was a little bit deeper, also like a post, and then just outran the rest of the defenders.
Shepard will kick for Lebanon. Ryan Shepard, the senior, 6 foot, 190-pounder, low line drive. He got it.
Yeah.
And Lebanon on top, 7-0. One of our sponsors tonight is Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids, and children with hair loss. Find them at www.defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. And Sean Wines, Lebanon is hot. They're on the board again.
Yes, they are. That was a big play. That's what Frankfort did not want to have happen. But good signs at the beginning. They're controlling the running game right now. They forced them to go to the pass game, which is kind of what the game plan was. And now they need to settle down in the defensive backfield and be able to cover that.
The Lebanon Tigers and Jeff Smock, and this is an interesting matchup simply because not only is this a rivalry game, but these two teams could potentially meet in sectional 22. That includes former state champion Ron Colley, who's now 4-0, Western 2-2, Shortridge, Beech Grove, Addicks, Chittard, who's been bumped up from Class 3A. They're having a slow start at 0-4, but they've had a tough schedule. Don't let that record fool you. And then you've got these two teams, Frankfort and Lebanon, who, as I talked about, could potentially meet. They met last year in the sectional at Lebanon. It was the Tigers coming up on top, 29-0, as Shepard will kick off for Lebanon.
Very nice
Deep
leg.
Kick. Wow.
Very nice leg.
And you've got to have that at Class 4A, potentially competing with the former state champion Ron Colley. Every one of those teams in this sectional has outstanding kicking games.
Boy, what a tough sectional. It is a huge weapon, and we can get the opponent's offense to start on the 20-yard line every time in high school. That's a long drive for our high school team.
So the Hot Dogs will start at their own 20, and it appears that Sam Michael will start at quarterback. Nope. Hold on. It is Doug Wood.
It is.
Doug Wood, number 5. For Coach Byers.
That's right. Mr. Michael's playing the slot to the top of the screen. We also have Goodnight not in the backfield tonight.
Byers looks to the left, fires to Michael. This one is short, and it's incomplete.
Riley's a slot down here in the bottom as well, so we have both of the guys that were in the backfield last week are now on the slot positions.
Doug Wood, 5 out of 12 this season, 83 yards, 2 interceptions. And if Frankfort's going to win this ball game, you have to think with the power of front Lebanon, Frankfort's got to be able to throw the football.
Yes, they do. You're exactly right. This is a pretty good move on their part, I think. It's a nice little wrinkle, and if these guys get the ball in space, they can definitely make something happen.
Wood gives to Michael, turns the corner, and the big hit behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Great penetration defensively for Lebanon. 31. Stevie McClurry, a sophomore, came up to make the tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, just didn't quite sustain that block long enough to get him to be able to turn up the field. Now it's going to be 3rd and long, which is a tough position here.
3rd and 11. A loss of 1, and Doug Wood has 4 receivers. Quincy Perry in the running is the backfield. Michael, 25, gets outside about the 27-yard line, and one of the linebackers for Lebanon was able to make the tackle short of the first down. Mason Crew, the sophomore, 5'11", 200 pounds for Jeff Smock was able to make the stop. It'll be 4th and about 6.
That was a nice little out route, nice ball thrown by the quarterback, Mr. Wood, and then it was just not enough to pick up the first down.
Goodnight will kick, and unfortunately it's off the side of his foot. He gets a little bit of a roll, and this will come out of bounds. Inside of the 50-yard line, a short kick, 22 yards.
Now, I was planned to be kicked on this side, but I don't think it was planned to be quite that lateral, because they definitely want to kick away from the deep receiver to prevent the big play back at him.
One of our game sponsors tonight is Healthy Communities of Clinton County. The Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition was formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who are interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. This is Wrinkles down the right sideline. He's going to go all the way. We talked about his speed. He goes down the right side. That's a 49-yard touchdown. There's no flags on the play, and Lebanon has jumped out on top, and they're eating up Frankfort.
Yeah, just that little power play that they've done such a good job stopping previously. This time they logged or blocked the defensive end inside that left the bounce to the outside. Gets out. He's running free. One missed tackle by the safety after about a 15, 20-yard gain, and then you saw what happens there. He takes it all the way to the house.
Trevor Winkles has his 4th touchdown of the season. He came into this ball game with 325 yards. The kick by Shepard is wide to the left, so the good news is Lebanon doesn't score an extra point.
That is true. Sometimes that's a big difference in a high school ball game.
And with that, we'll take a break here. You're watching the Lebanon Tigers and the Frankfort Hot Dogs on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
We have returned to Frankfort. The Hot Dogs are battling with the Lebanon Tigers. But the Frankfort Hot Dogs are down in this ball game by a score of 13-0 now. You see in our scoreboard it's 7, but it's actually 13 because Trevor Winkles went 49 yards and took it to the house on just one play on this drive. Shepard will kick off for Lebanon. Another boomer down the middle, and Michael just lets it ride in the end zone for the touchback.
Whew. Big leg.
Doug Wood again in his first start of the ball game. We talked about him, a sophomore with a dynamic arm. Coming into this ball game, his first start of the season. He's now 5 out of 13, 83 yards, 2 interceptions. But to give them the chance, they're going to use Michael, their quarterback, with maybe the best speed in the ball club, and spread him out and try to give him the ball and make some things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a smart move. It really is. And then you also have Goodnight down here. So if you can get Goodnight the ball out here in space, he can easily break a tackle, get a nice gain for you. So I like the move he's had here. Just depends how long it takes the young sophomore to settle down and be ready to make some plays.
In the backfield, this is Quincy Perry instead of Riley Goodnight, and he carries off the left side. Again, some outstanding penetration up the middle. Ottinger, number 8, is one of their better defenders. Ottinger has 18 tackles this season. The leading tackler's in the middle. Gage Miller, number 32. We'll take a look at him as the game progresses because he is a guy that makes a lot of stops for Coach Smock's Tigers. Out of the shotgun, Wood, the screen. This is Riley Goodnight in space, and he's drilled after a short gain. Not much there. A tackler, Crew, was the guy that made the initial tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Get a little wide receiver screen or a little slot screen. If he gets the ball a little bit quicker, he can make one move and then try to break a tackle. But that time, Lebanon really rallied to the ball very quickly. That's an excellent defense.
The two top tacklers for the Tigers, Finney, number 7, has 31, and Miller, 35. And you'd expect the linebackers to have the most stops on this defensive unit for the Tigers. Doug Wood looking downfield. It's caught. First down.
Very nice
Frankfort.
ball. Very nice ball. It's the same pass route that Lebanon had run for their score. It's a post. You have the inside slot receiver runs a little short route, which draws the safety down. You post him behind him, and that ball was perfectly on the money. Nice play there. That's good protection.
Bryce
as well.
McDonald is the receiver that makes the catch and moves the chains. Frankfurt's first down.
That's exactly what they need. They need a momentum boost after giving up 2 scores, and that's a wonderful way to get
Here
that.
comes a blitz on the outside. Screen to Michael. Getting a block by Carreras. Takes a step forward and gets dumped by that inside linebacker. Nice job by Lebanon to rally around the ball carrier there. Jake Burns, a junior. Number 30 was the guy that made the tackle.
Yeah, same little slip screen or same little slot receiver screen that they ran on this bottom side to Goodnight. Once again, Lebanon really rallied. Sam Michaels did a great job getting something out of that.
2nd and 10 for Doug Wood. Play action. Down the middle. Carreras, the intended receiver, and he had Burns beat.
Yes, he did. I tell you, and that guy, the defender actually kind of reached out a little bit and kind of armbarred him, but I don't think anyone saw that, which made him that one step short from being able to make that play. Now, he has had a nice year this year. He's had a couple nice big long touchdown passes from a tight end position when they've slid him into a little bit stronger front. So he can definitely catch the ball, and he can definitely make a big play. We've seen it all year.
3rd down and about 9, maybe 10. Doug Wood in the pistol. Quincy Perry in the backfield. They've got Riley Goodnight in the lineup. Split wide to the right with trips over on this side.
Yeah, got a little bunch look down here. There's a lot of neat things you can do out of the bunch.
Wood looking for Riley. He makes the catch.
Oh,
boy, is this close. Boy, he was popped by Hunter Crew, but he holds on to the football.
What a ball from that quarterback. He had to have just enough touch to get it over the defender who was chasing that, and what a catch over the shoulder, back turned. Wow, what great execution and pretty good protection once again. That's going to be a huge part. If they're going to be able to move the ball in the passing game, that offensive front has got to give protection, and so far they have.
Riley Goodnight out of the backfield had 5 catches coming in this ball game. Now they've split him out. Now he's in the slot. And he's done a really nice job for Frankfort in tonight's ball game, making that catch for the first down.
Yeah, another little tight bunch. Like
Perry.
A little bunch toss.
45, he goes out of bounds. Did not get the block. Actually, that's Jacob Burns. That is not Quincy Perry. Quincy Perry's number 4. My apologies. Number 14 is Jacob Burns with the ball and gets positive yards, 4 yards there on the right side.
Yeah, that's a nice little play. I mean, it's a little bit into the boundary, so you run out of room. But that little tight bunch look, which I'll call a tunch for the rest of the night, that gives a lot of problems because if you come down too hard on the outside, then you lose a pass defender, and then you can run some beautiful, easy pass plays to really defeat that.
Quarterback draw. Wood holds on to it. Run out of bounds by Gage. And he had some help there by the linebacker, Finney. That's a first down.
Very good decision by the young sophomore. Saw a lot of pressure. The offensive line did a good job running the pass rushers up the field, getting them out of position. No one was there to spy him, and he got what he needed to get. Ran out of bounds, didn't get his face torn off, and he's ready to play again.
First down for the Hot Dogs at about the 33-yard line. Burns, left side, tripped up, shows some strength. Terrell, boy, his speed on the right side of that defense for Lebanon. He got in there, the 6'5", 230-pounder, to trip him up after a couple-yard gain. That could have been bigger.
Yeah, it really could have. 14 can move now. I'm telling you, Burns has some wheels. He's played some off and on. First couple of games, not Sam Michael, but Mr. Goodnight had some leg issues, and he had a pretty nice showing then.
Jacob Burns had 42 carries for 111 yards coming in this one. Just overthrown to Michael. He had beaten Lark down the middle of the field. There was a blitz on the inside, and Frankfort did a nice job of picking it up.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, well, those are the ones that go back the other way for 6. If you get that little out a little later, a little highlight that it gets tipped. But the wide receiver, Michaels, did a nice job getting separation. He was wide open. His ball was just a little off the mark.
Looked like Lebanon had some movement in the offensive line. The officials did not pull the flag as Doug Wood turns around and looks for his signal. 3rd down, big play upcoming. And the snap behind Wood.
Just fall on it, buddy.
He's still up and finally goes down. And Oninger probably is going to get the sack, number 8, for Lebanon. He had some help by one of his teammates there, number 37, Mikal Smith, the junior. And that'll be 4th and long. And that just killed the momentum for the Hot Dogs.
It sure did.
And Riley Goodnight is in the punt for Coach Byers' ball club.
I'm not sure what happened there. The coaches on the sideline are talking to the official. I wonder if they're trying to say that there was a simulated snap by the defense or something possibly.
Goodnight. Let's hope he gets a roll, and it doesn't. And it's taken down by one of his teammates, number 25, Lane Todd. And it'll be first down for Lebanon and Landon Fouts. His ball club is red hot offensively already in their first 2 possessions. 2 out of 2, up 13-0 here in the first period with 4:12 to go. Right now, Frankfort has got to be able to find some magic defensively. You need a turnover.
Yeah, they definitely need a turnover, or at least get 3 and out, or maybe you've got to make them punt at least. They had a little bit of momentum. That's an offensive drive they really needed to get some confidence back. Unfortunately, they had that funky snap right there, but they have got to make some plays here.
Landon Fouts gives off to the big fullback. He's got some extra yards, a missed tackle. And finally, he's brought down by number 15, Garrick Burge. Burge comes up with a stop, but that's a nice gain by the fullback there for the Lebanon Tigers.
Yeah, really,
right off the right side.
That's the old counter tray play. It looks different than the old Redskins used to play, but that's the counter tray. Fullback comes back underneath, and Frankfort did a nice job defending the point of attack, but they had a little bit of overflow from the backside, which left a cutback lane. And that's where the huge gain came from.
Number 45 is Brayton Bowen, 5'9", 150. Here's Winkles. Right side, gets by Brenton Wood, and Gage or Goodnight help make the stop. Along by Quincy Perry, they are really putting pressure on the Frankfort defensive line. That is a first down for Trevor Winkle.
Yeah, they're attacking the same spot on both sides, running power to the right side. And then the counter that is to run the counter play back to the other side. Both of those are hitting the C-gap area, which in the current defense they're in with those tackles eagle down, which means they're down on the guards. That does leave a little crease right there if you don't get your backside linebacker over the top of that.
Fouts out of the shotgun. Hunter Crew, 40. Got a block. First down, 50-yard line. I think he gets a first down. That's going to be really close, Sean.
It really is. It's going to really depend on the spot here.
Hunter Crew, the leading receiver for the Lebanon Tigers coming into this ball game, 18 receptions, 189 yards. And they have played against some really, really sound defensive units.
Boy, have they ever. They've played some really tough opponents this year already.
Trevor Winkle already this season over 400 yards rushing the football. Play action. Fouts to the right. Throws downfield. Intended for Lark. Michael was on the coverage just over his head.
Yeah, good pressure by Frankfort that time. Made him move out of the pocket. That messes up a lot of the passing lanes, the passing angles. They almost had an opportunity to make up for it, but just didn't quite make the catch.
Fouts this year, 55 out of 194, 580 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His quarterback rating's not the greatest at 69.5, and that's, in my mind, because of the competition, because they had so many kids out.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
Fouts again, play action, and he is hammered by Carreras. The sack for Frankfort. Exactly what the Hot Dogs needed. Put him down to the 40.
Absolutely. He has been able to do that most of the year. So far, we haven't seen anyone who can stop him consistently, and there's a great example of his athleticism and his quickness.
That is the 6th sack of the season for Coach Byers of the Frankfort Hot Dogs. And they're going to have more of those in tonight's ball game. Fouts, as mentioned, is getting better and better as a quarterback. He's just a sophomore, number 10. He stands at 6'4", 165, so he's got some pretty good height, some vision downfield when he gets that pass rush. Lebanon wants to talk it over. Timeout, Tigers. With that, we'll take a break. You're watching the Dogs and the Tigers on the ISC Sports Network.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Football fans, Mulberry Telecommunications currently offers service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. Want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel fiber? Visit mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. As Lebanon and Landon Fouts get set, 13-0, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first period. Tigers have moved the football well. This is Bowen, 45, in motion. Looks right, looks left, throws right. This is Crew, and Todd comes up, number 25, and makes the tackle. Nice job by the senior coming in from the left side at 5'9", 175. Lane Todd, a nice look at him.
That was a great defensive play. They run a little slip screen with the outside receiver. Blocks were made pretty well by Lebanon, but the inside flow from the inside linebacker running out there in the defensive end that made that play. That was fantastic job by Frankfort, and exactly what we were talking about and you were talking about they needed. Absolutely great.
Girdley in to do the punting for Lebanon. He's number 41. Snap is bad. Let's get him. And Riley Goodnight drops him down and ignites the crowd.
That's exactly what needed to happen right there. Now they're back pretty much where they were to start the last drive before that mishap on the punt. All the momentum is starting to shift toward Frankfort. Great job, fellas.
The Hot Dogs take over at the Lebanon Tiger 30-yard line, their first turnover of the ball game. You take a look at 58 Brenton Wood and Riley Goodnight. Two-way players for Coach Byers' ball club. Conditioning plays a huge role.
It does, especially on a warm night like tonight. But they're seniors. They've trained. They've been working in the weight room all summer long. So, you expect them to be able to carry through this game.
Jacob Burns, the junior, number 14, 5'9", 150, came into the ball game averaging 2.6 yards per carry, 42 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown for Frankfort. Toss sweep, Burns. Right side, got a block. Got some positive yardage, and that block came from number 40, Vlad Carreras-Lantigua. Nice block on the defensive end there.
Do it on both sides of the ball. That's what you've got to have from your players. Once again, we're in that little tight bunch formation. That is a fantastic formation. So in this case, I'm hoping the fellas upstairs notice that they have their corner all the way down the line of scrimmage. So that's going to give you a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 on the passing game. So hopefully they may be able to come back to that, run a little flood route. And you'll have a 2-on-3.
Doug Wood tried to find Goodnight. Pass was a little bit off, and they had some help. Finney, the linebacker, came up and hit him after the ball arrived in his hands. Nick Finney, the second leading tackler for Coach Smock, 6'1", 205. Good look at him, number 7.
It was a good idea. I think maybe he ran his route maybe a little shorter than he should have, because the quarterback didn't quite have enough time to get the ball in his hand unless it slipped a little bit in his hand, because that ball needed to be out a lot sooner than that, or he needs to run a deeper route to get more separation.
3-man rush right now for Lebanon. Could be an opportunity for the Hot Dogs to run the ball. Gage, the linebacker, looking to blitz. Good job picking up. Toss to Michael at the 17-yard line. That should be a Frankfort first down.
Absolutely. That was that little out they missed previously in the game. They run deep routes. They're getting a little soft coverage on the interior man with the slot defender. He breaks it out, and he's throwing the ball so far, which throwing the ball to the outside where only his guy can get it. The ultimate no-no on the route like that is to throw that ball behind, because that is usually going to be going the other way. But so far he's done a good job. It'd be nice if we can get just a little bit more zip on it. It is a little bit floaty.
Goodnight got by Terrell, and the linebacker comes in and just hammers him down to the ground. Nick Finney, along with number 47, Mason Crew. But a good positive gain for Riley Goodnight on first down.
Absolutely. Well, that Lebanon interior is very stout. So they did a really good job.
Williams has now moved to the nose. We talk about stout. Number 75, Max Williams, the senior, 6'6", 310.
They've got some big boys up there, big fellas, big defensive ends, big interior linemen. That is great leverage for them.
And that, Sean, will be the end of the first period of play. Lebanon on top of Frankfort, but the Dogs marching deep in the red zone here, 13-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
Lebanon 13, Frankfort scoreless, but the Hot Dogs are marching. 2nd and 10, Sean Wines on the 17-yard line. The playbook's open.
Yeah, it really is, because I guarantee they're going to go 4 downs no matter what down here. So we'll see what they've got dialed up here.
Doug Wood, your sophomore quarterback with Riley Goodnight. Wood, 3-step drop, looking far left side, and
there we go.
I believe it's a touchdown. Nice. Michael in the end zone from the left side on a 17-yard flick by the quarterback, Doug Wood.
Yes, sir. That was a little bit scary. That kind of floated a little bit. He had to come back and get it, but the defender did not know where the ball was, and what a catch and what a nice touchdown that they needed at this point of the game. Way to start the second quarter.
Sam Michael, the converted quarterback, with a one-handed catch in the left side of the end zone, and James Byers and the Dogs are to go for 2. Trips to the right. Doug Wood, the quarterback, with Riley Goodnight in the backfield. 3-man front. Looks like a blitz coming for Lebanon. Wood looking down the middle. Carreras covered. Going to run with the football. Toss in the end zone and knocked away by Lark at the last minute. And could have been potentially pass interference as Bryce McDonald
obviously
was the intended interference.
Obviously it wasn't because it wasn't called, but boy, I thought he may have been doing a little bit of raking early there.
The young freshman, Caden Lark, got his left hand on the football, knocked it away. So it remains, as you see in the scoreboard, Lebanon 13, Frankfort 6, 11:55 to go. It'll be imperative right now for Frankfort to play solid defensive football.
That's exactly right. They've done what they need to do. They've kind of settled into the ball game after giving up 2 quick scores at the beginning. They've made some defensive stops now. They've moved the ball offensively. They've made a huge stop. They've got a turnover basically on downs, and then they took advantage. That is everything they needed to start getting back in this ball game. I'm really impressed with how Wood right there, he had that pressure, booted out, but instead of just running out of control, he kept his head up, saw the receiver down in the corner who broke with him, and it was a nice ball. Whew.
Jorge Aguilar will set up to make the kickoff, number 61. A side note, this is the first time Frankfort has scored in this series in 5 years.
No kidding.
Lebanon has had 4 consecutive shutout victories in this series. We talked about in the pregame, the Tigers have won 13 consecutive ball games with Frankfort. Here's Aguilar getting set with a left-handed boot. Down the middle, the freshman, Lark, to the left side, getting chased by Todd, shows his speed, 40, 50, 45, 40, he could go all the way. 20, 10, touchdown, Lebanon.
Well, that is an absolute dagger. Absolute dagger right there. That's not what you wanted to have if you're a Frankfort fan. You worked so hard to get down there and score, and then let him rip one back at you.
Caden Lark, about an 85-yard touchdown return down the left sideline. He showed his acceleration. Nobody from Frankfort was able to keep up. It's now 19-6. The Tigers on the board. And we talked how imperative it was for the defense to come up. Well, the defense never got a chance.
Never had a chance, right. I really loved how Lark was so patient. I mean, all the Lebanon guys got body on body, and he was just really patient, didn't run crazy in the back of someone, didn't run out of bounds, and just picked his way right to the Frankfort
Shepard fouts,
team.
botches the snap. He rolls to his right, looking for Bowen, throws, and knocked down by Sam Michael. Nice play in front of Bowen to knock it down to keep that score at 19-6. You're watching the Hot Dogs and the Tigers on the ISC Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort looks to pick themselves right back up after giving that big kickoff return for a touchdown to Caden Lark, the freshman from Lebanon. It's 19-6 as we play in the second period, 11:40 to go. And one of the deep backs for the Hot Dogs, number 36, Bryce McDonald. 21, Lalo Castillo, also back for Coach Byers' ball club.
The young Castillo boy last week, he really had a great game in the return game. He caught multiple, had a couple really big gains on the kickoffs. Really showed his promise for the future.
Caleb Girdley, the senior, will do the kicking. Number 41, 6'1", 165. Girdley does the kicking, and Shepard does the point afters and the field goals generally for Coach Smock. Here's the kick for Girdley.
He's kicking this one into the wind a little bit, so we'll see how it goes. This is returnable.
Ball was bobbled bit by McDonald. Across the 25. Nice return to about the 27 before he's finally hauled down. It'll be first down for Doug Wood, trying to get the Hot Dogs back on the board, trailing 19-6 in this ball game.
Well, the good thing is they missed the extra point previously. They botched the snap here for this extra point, so it is still only a two-score game. If Frankfort can get down there twice, get the conversions, they still have a chance to win.
The last time the Hot Dogs scored against Lebanon in 2016, they lost the ball game. Believe it or not, some of you might remember. Lebanon 76, Frankfort 39. But now Doug Wood has his hands full down, 19-6. First down, though, at the 27-yard line, so lots of time left, even in the second period with 11:34. Blitz on the outside. Gage also in the middle blitzing. Wood throws, and this one is, I believe it might have been caught out of bounds by Riley Goodnight.
Boy, that was a scary little situation there. Good pressure. Wood was running out of bounds. That one, I think you just get that thing. Just chuck it out there. Don't try to make a play with that. Don't try to do anything special. You've got guys out there who can make plays for you. Just save the down, come back, get the sticks back to the original line of scrimmage, and then play again.
Lebanon was blitzing the house there. Gage Miller, 32, along with number 7, Nick Finney. 3 down linemen for the Tigers. Wide screen to Carreras, 32-yard line, and Finney, the linebacker, comes over quickly to make the tackle. Good assignment football for the Tigers. Third and 6 now for Frankfort from their own 31. Tigers in pass coverage. Wood down the middle of the field, hit by Gage at the 35, and that'll be short of a first down.
Yep, Lebanon decided to play cover right there. They only had 3 down linemen rushing. And if you do that, then you always have pretty easy lanes for a quarterback to pick and choose if he needs to escape, and that's what happened there. But didn't quite get enough to make the first down.
Riley Goodnight will punt from his 25-yard line. He's moved up just a tad. That may be problematic if Lebanon can get back there. Good snap, and nearly blocked. Ball off the side of his foot, gets a good Frankfort roll. Nice roll. And Todd handles the football and downs it with 10:13 to go in the second period.
Okay, Willie kind of dug themselves out of their own end. They've got this not too bad a field position here to defend. Want the ball about the 23-yard line there or so, 24. So Frankfort needs to step up and make a stop here.
Landon Fouts. He doesn't look 6'4", but he's every bit of it. Number 10. He could be an outstanding quarterback once his career ends with Jeff Smock of the Tigers as just a sophomore. Houghton snaps the ball for Lebanon. The inside give to Winkle. And Winkle gets a couple yards before he's finally hit by Brenton Wood. And he got a little help by Carreras there. That defense has to really step up and make some plays and perhaps another turnover to get back in the ball.
It really does. I tell you, the defensive end on that top side, he really needs to squeeze down. When that tackle goes inside to block your linebackers, he's really got to try to run himself back down to the ball to make that hole a little bit smaller. Luckily, they had good safety protection, good safety help, or that really could have been a big play.
Second down and 6, and with that, the Tigers want to talk it over. Jeff Smock may have seen something from the defensive end of Frankfort to make some changes, but they are running the football very well tonight.
Yes, they are. They really are. And when you've got guys that can run the ball like they have, you want to definitely make sure you do run the ball whenever you can.
Let's thank one of our sponsors of tonight's game. It's Ardente Dental. Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. We look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable, not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. And it'll be 2nd and 6 for Landon Fouts and his Lebanon Tigers.
A little false start there by the right guard. That's going to push it back another 5.
And it'll be 2nd and 11 upcoming for Lebanon. The ball marked at the 22-yard line now. The Hot Dogs with 4 down linemen. 3 linebackers, and Garrick Burge he's playing now maybe as a linebacker.
Yeah, they kind of walked him up there a little bit tighter than normal.
Out of the gun. Fouts to the left side. Lark. 20, there he goes. He's got that speed. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers.
Wow, this ran that little screen out there, a little pass. The interior the outside linebacker tries to run out there and cover that at the last minute, but before he could get there, Lark was already past him. What a quick young man. What a nice play design.
Caden Lark now has 3 touchdowns in the ball game. 2 by pass and the big kickoff return, as Shepard checks in the lineup for the extra point with Landon Fouts to hold.
And that's not, it looks like a really easy pass there, but it really is not. The quarterback gets the ball, he turns his shoulder really quickly, gets that quick release, and it has to have some zip on it if you want him to be able to break that little seam right there. If he holds that ball or pats it just a little bit, then that outside linebacker would have had time to get out there and make the tackle before he got any big gain. But everything was executed wonderfully by
For
Lebanon.
the Tigers, the freshman Brendan Shockley, number 20, snaps the football. He's just 5'8", 160 pounds. As we talked about, Fouts will hold, Shepard will kick. With the penalty, the ball will move back to the 15, be a 25-yard extra point. Another snap is bobbled, and Lebanon again is denied that extra point attempt as Frankfort comes in and attacks the line of scrimmage. It's the Tigers 25-6 here in the second. And with that, we'll take a break on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort High School, home of the Hot Dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24 plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the Hot Dogs.
Back at Frankfort High School, the Hot Dogs trail the Lebanon Tigers 25-6. Girdley will kick off for Lebanon, and Sean, Lebanon has just been fantastic in all 3 phases of tonight's ball game.
They absolutely have. They have had really nice offensive execution. Their interior defense and the run game has been very solid. They've been able to get a little bit of pressure on Frankfort at times. But, yeah, they've been all around. Their kicking game, obviously, here, other than the snapping on the extra point, that's the only thing you can point to that needs to be sorted out. But so far they look really sharp.
Girdley's kick over the top. Many coaches believe that this Sagamore Athletic Conference is the best Class 2A, 3A, 4A conference in the state of Indiana for high school football.
It is pretty tough. Year in, year out, there's always 1 or 2 for sure that is going to be competitive and have dreams of a state championship. And recently that has been the case as well.
And right now, Frankfort has to play at a championship level to find a way to get out of this hole down 25-6, 9:25 to play in the second period.
And the Crowns kind of moved from school to school over the years, too. You know, quite a while ago it was Frankfort. It was a dominant force. Then, of course, recently it's been Danville and Western Boone. Tri-West, you know, is in the conversation a lot of the time as well.
Wood looking deep for Michael. He's being held. Yeah. The flags are thrown, and there will be pass interference. Jake Burns, number 30, had both arms, not just one arm. He had both arms.
Yes.
On Sam Michael.
Yeah, he had both brakes on right there. So that was a really nice job the way they did that. They got the young quarterback back, Wood. He plants his foot, he launches it, and he lets his receiver go and get it. It's almost impossible to be able to get pressure on that kind of play. And then in that case, you know, the defender got a little nervous and grabbed him. So well designed, good call by the official. That was a no-brainer right there.
Lebanon already defensively has some guys in the lineup that we normally might not see. Terrell has checked out of the ball game. For Lebanon, number 68 at the nose, Camden McCollum, the senior, a lot of size at 6'2" and 270 pounds. And he's playing over Pippinger, the center, number 55 at 5'6", 210 for Frankfort. Wood, back to pass, getting a rush, rolls to the right, has some speed. The first down and out of bounds.
Yeah, Lebanon ran a little outside stunt, a little twist to the right defensive side that opened up the left defensive side, got the pressure, and then Wood, once again, makes a nice play with his feet.
There was a flag on the play, but the official on the far side, Sean, waved it off.
Wonder what that would have been.
The Dogs get the first down at the 48-yard line from the legs of the youngster, Doug Wood. Single back is Riley Goodnight for Frankfort. Wood, blitz, the pass underthrown for Michael, the intended receiver. Hunter Crew was on the defense for Lebanon.
Yeah, it was that nice little out route again. He had Michael's got some nice separation, but Lebanon had a defender in Wood's face just a little bit, so he couldn't completely follow through, and it short-armed it a little bit.
Second down and long. The good news for Frankfort is the fact that on an incomplete pass, the clock freezes, and it sits at 9:09. And we're just playing the second period. Wood looks downfield, receiver covered, gets a rush from Terrell. Oh, Terrell's hammered, and the ball's thrown out of bounds.
He came back on the peel block, but I'm not sure who won that. I think that was a pretty big fella coming out there, rumbling, stumbling at him.
Quincy Perry made the hit.
He did.
And he fell backwards.
Yeah, he did. He put everything he had in. He didn't have quite as much lead in his pants as the other fella did.
And Terrell's checked back in the ball game. Drew, the senior, he's 6'5", 235, and number 4, Quincy Perry, is just 6'1", 150. And a timeout, Frankfort.
You got to love the heart right there.
James Byers wants a timeout. His ball club trails 25-6. Here in the second, we'll be back on the ISC Sports Network.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Lebanon Tigers gathered around their defensive unit. Done a pretty good job rallying around the football tonight. They're on top of Frankfort this evening, 25-6. Take a look at the Hot Dogs and their young quarterback, Doug Wood, number 5. 3rd and long for Frankfort upcoming. One challenge, I think, for Jeff Smock and his ball club. They're pretty stout up front, but those corners and safeties are susceptible on the back end. Shotgun. Wood. Crossing pattern. Oh. This one is picked. 40, 35, 30. And down he goes at the 23-yard line. Mason Crew picks the football off for Lebanon, and the Tigers have themselves a turnover with a big first down upcoming deep in hot dog territory.
Oh, my. Well, that's the first time that Mr. Wood has looked like a sophomore. That was a great play design. They had a little bubble with the back to try to pull the outside linebacker outside. If you're that quarterback, you run that little slant on the outside. You have 2 windows. You have an early window before you get to that outside linebacker, or you have a second window behind him as that guy vacated. And he just didn't quite wait long enough to get in that second window and throw it right to the outside linebacker. As he gets a little more experience, he'll be able to see that, and he'll recognize that situation.
Mason Crew with the interception returns to the Frankfort 24. Fouts to Bowen off the left side, and he barrels his way forward as Ethan Cook is the tackler for Frankfort.
Yep, straight C-gap, power play. This time they're making Mr. Winkles be the lead man instead of getting all letting the fullback get a little love.
3 yards on the gain for Bowen. Brayton Bowen, the senior. They've got him at 5'9", 195 pounds, and you can see him line up against that lanky Fouts. The fake handoff, Hunter Crew was the intended receiver, incomplete.
A little play action, get the linebacker step up, try to run a little quick slant behind him. This time it looked like the slot defender got his hands on the receiver a little bit, slowed him down on that inside route, which is what you have to do, and that made the timing not appropriate, and the ball hits the ground.
Third down and long for Lebanon. Winkle, nice stop go. He's got himself first down and more, and driven down by McDonald at the 7-yard line. Very nice run by Trevor.
That was really, really nice. Very handy, very dandy little feet right there. Frankfort had a chance to get him tackled for probably about another 5 to 7 yards prior to where he ended up, but he is a handy little, dandy little runner.
And Trevor Winkle gets a 12-yard gain, and Lebanon has first and goal from the Hot Dogs 9. You see the play clock running down in the corner with 12 seconds left. Lebanon has been fairly good at managing the clock tonight. Winkle off the left side, inside the 5. Driven down by Carreras and Wood.
Looked like that was going to try to be like a little ISO play to the right side. There was a little over pursuit from the backside linebacker, and then Winkle's great vision saw that opening, cut back, and got a decent gain out of what would have been absolutely stuffed.
2nd and 5 for Lebanon. Bowen and Winkle in the backfield with Fouts. This is Bowen. Touchdown, I believe. He's right at the goal line. Nope. Great job of moving him back. He was right at the goal line, and Riley Goodnight comes up and knocks him down.
Hits him square and pushes him back. Yeah, that saved the touchdown for sure.
Third and goal for the Tigers from the 1-yard line. And as lanky as Fouts is, you'd expect them to run a quarterback sneak.
They could if he's under center. If he's in the backfield, I don't know.
And they'll run him out of the backfield. And they'll have Jackson Houghton snap the ball, number 71. And this is Bowen off the left side. Todd battling him at the goal line with Brentwood. Did he get across? He did. Touchdown.
Yes, he did.
Lebanon scores a touchdown.
Well, the interior had that stuffed up there for a minute, but then the group push forward just was enough to cross the line and the effort by the running back. Okay, now the next adventure of the extra point here. We'll see what happens on this one.
So Winkle's on the board. I believe Houghton's going to stay in the lineup and snap the ball here instead of the youngster that they had previously, number 20, Brendan Shockley.
Fouts is looking at his play card, so they may be going for 2 here. Yep, looks like it.
Houghton's going to snap the ball, and you're right, Sean. They're going to run out of the shotgun.
Winkle
in the backfield, running for 2. 2-step drop. Winkle, 10, 5, down to the goal line. I don't think he made it. Nope, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they did.
He got across the goal line. Brenton Wood hit him at the last minute along with Gage, but he scored 2 points for the Tigers. Lebanon is up on the board now, 33-6, and with that, we'll take a timeout on the ISC Sports Network.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Back at Frankfort High School, the Hot Dogs trailing in this one, 33-6 in the first half to an outstanding Lebanon ball club. They're really getting their act together as they lost their first 3, the big victory against North Montgomery, and then they got over some of the COVID issues. They've almost got a full roster now.
And you can tell there's a little bit of rust there that they haven't played a whole lot of games together, but they are definitely getting sharper and sharper as each series continues. And they do have some nice pieces that if they do get up and running and get some fluidity through offense and defense, which I assume you probably can since they haven't been playing together very much, they're going to be a real force to reckon with.
Girdley will kick off for Lebanon. McDonald deep for Frankfort. He'll let it go over his head, and it'll be a touchback. And for the Lebanon Tigers, he hasn't played a lot of games, but number 47, Mason Crew, the sophomore, came up with a big interception on the previous possession.
He really did. He did the perfect drop. You do all kinds of cone drills all off season. Outside linebacker trying to get depth, take away the quick slant, then jumping down on the bubble, and he was right in the position he should be for that. Good hands too. A lot of times those guys will get that ball in the face, bounce off, and they'll get laughed at during the film session on Saturday. But he made the play he had to make at the time because of his good execution.
Kyle Kirby, number 6 in the lineup for Frankfort. He'll set up on the right side. As you see, they have trips to the right for Doug Wood. Jacob Burns, the lone running back. Wood looks downfield, throws, and this is picked again. 20, 15, and he's hammered there. And that is a huge pick for the Lebanon Tigers. That was Mackay Smith, the junior, number 37. Mackay Smith with another pick of Doug Wood.
Yeah, they really did. I tell you, that time, I don't know if they had a call on. When we ran a defense similar to that, we had a call that outside linebacker would just automatically just sprint out to that little flat area to try to bait the quarterback, and that's what happened there, whether it was called or he just was quick read that. But that was a nice interception. He would try to get a little bit of loft on, trying to get over the top of him, but didn't quite get enough. Trying to hit that little corner out, a little out route at the top of the screen.
33-6, Lebanon. Second period. Once again, deep in Frankfort territory. Trevor Winkle got some grass in front of him. He's going to the goal line, and Brenton Wood handles him. But he's still going. He's getting some help.
You got a little scrum there, don't they? Yo, scrum, rugby scrum going on at the goal line. But I think we had a little hold back here. We'll see.
You're right. Hold against the Lebanon Tigers. So we haven't seen too many penalties in this first half.
No, we haven't. Both teams, I think last week Frankfort really had a lot of issues with penalties, and tonight they're playing much cleaner. Of the games I've done this year, this is probably the best game that I've seen Frankfort play. Even though the score may not show that, their execution on really both sides of the ball has really improved.
15-yard penalty marks it off the 17. As you see, big number 64, Charlie Garcia. Coach Byer said Garcia and Cook are probably his best defenders up front, really doing a nice job this year. Fouts towards the goal line, inside. That is a touchdown. Hunter Crew, touchdown, Lebanon from Landon Fouts on a 17-yard pass play into the corner of the end zone. And the Tigers now are near the 40-point mark. Yeah,
just a little corner out, or K route, some people call it. Give the corner a little fake to the inside for a few steps, cross him over, make him turn, and then you run to that pile, and the quarterback already has the ball in the air. Then you just go and you run and you catch it. The defender was in position. He just didn't quite make the play. Which last week there was something similar to that, and it was not even nearly as close as that. So once again, it shows some more improvement. Just not quite able to make the play, though.
Lebanon looking for 2 points here. They've missed a lot of one-pointers, now trying to get back on the scoreboard. Fouts, pass to Bowen at the goal line, inside a Gage. 2-point conversion, executed perfectly for the Tigers.
That Fouts can play. He's not too bad. Especially as he gets stronger, he'll get a little more velocity on that ball, and he'll be able to. It'll be really tough to stop anything like that, any kind of out, any kind of quick slant, as long as your receivers can handle the velocity with their hands.
41-6 Lebanon as Landon Fouts, you talked about, the young sophomore at 6'4", about 195 pounds, found Bowen at the goal line for the 2-point conversion, and now Girdley will come in and kick off for Lebanon as Bryce McDonald sits back as a lone return guy for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. He stands at about his own 5-yard line. And now with a 30-point plus lead as we move into the second half, the clock runs.
Well, that breeze has just completely died. The flag is hanging straight down now.
Line drive, bounces into the end zone for another touchback. And I tell you, you're playing at a Class 4A. To win a championship, you have to have great special teams. And Lebanon has had that tonight.
They have. They really have. Overall, they've had a pretty good execution on everything they've done.
So Doug Wood takes his Hot Dogs back out on the field, trailing 41-6. It's very easy, Sean, to put your head down, but hey, there's still a full half to play, as well as almost 5.5 to go here in the second.
Yeah, you're right. So last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry, it was kind of a similar situation. But I was really impressed with how Frankfort did play through that. They tried to make plays. They played every down as if it was the first. And you can tell that caused some improvement that we're seeing this week. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen him, and they look much, much more refined.
Burns, the ball carrier, and coming up to make the tackle. Flying out of there was Mason Crew, number 47, who had a pick earlier in this ball game. He makes the tackle. And Jacob barely got to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Doug Wood. There may have been some movement up front, no flag. Wood moves to the right. Terrell takes him down at about the 18-yard line. That'll be counted as a sack for Drew Terrell.
Yeah, sure was. They're a 3-man front. They sent an outside blitz off the left side. It did get picked up, but the running back wasn't able to keep him stoned on the line, keep him still on the line. He was pushed back into the backfield, and that caused the quarterback to scramble and couldn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage.
There's some movement. Defensive nose tackle move. The question is, was he moved by an offensive lineman? And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yep, going to call on the guard. Well, not what they wanted. This is 3rd and forever.
Up front tonight, Nelson Honor, tackle. Brett Wood at guard. Keats Pippinger at center. Ethan Cook at guard. Keaton Myers up front, the tackle for James Byers' offensive unit. Down 41-6 here, 3rd and 12 here in the second. Wood looks down the middle, and he's got his man. He dropped the ball.
Well, that was a dangerous throw again. That safety was sitting right in that, but he was patient enough to let him pass him. And, boy, that would have been a huge makeup for a first down there if you could have caught that.
Pass broken up by Caden Lark, the freshman number 2, as you saw his teammates pat him on the helmet. Carreras downfield. A tough assignment for a freshman against a big guy in Carreras, and he knocked it down. It'll be 4th down, and Frankfort has been having problems with the center snap here all first half long as Riley Goodnight sets up only 10 yards behind. This one, no rush by Lebanon. Short kick away from Caden Lark. Nice roll. Excellent roll. And Ethan Cook catches up with it. And from there, Lebanon will take over. It's been all Tigers here on the ISC Sports Network.
I think that was really good, that last play for Frankfort. That was really nice pass pro. That was a 25-yard pass play, and he had all the time there to pat it and wait for those receivers to get down the field. It's just too bad it wasn't caught. So what's Lebanon do here? Are they bringing their ones back out, or are they going to keep working the guys they've had since trying to get some consistency, and the guys who've been away from each other for most of the season?
Yeah, it looks like they still have the ones out
it
there.
It does. Yep, that's
what they're
totally
doing.
understandable. Absolutely, totally understandable.
Landon Fouts, still the engineer out there for Lebanon. 2-step drop, fires, and he misses his receiver, number 6, Demetrius La'aiti. And this guy had a touchdown pass against the Danville Warriors a couple weeks ago, but not very many receptions. He's not targeted much by Fouts, but he's got some speed, but obviously could not pick up that football on that toss there. La'aiti, 2 receptions, and I mentioned one of them, a touchdown against the Warriors, 63 yards this year. La'aiti, number 6. Winkle, left side, there he goes, 40. 45, and finally goes down. Finally brought down by McDonald, 36. And you got the backside coming up. There's trouble.
Yep, nice little backside run play. That's a little play action fake pass.
First down run by Trevor Winkle. Quentin Gill just checked in the lineup earlier. Make that Keaton Myers for Frankfort, number 77, as he checks out.
Got a little encroachment there by Frankfort on the blitz.
Brent Wood, I believe, or actually we've got number 53, and unfortunately he is not on the roster.
He is not. You were.
Outstanding. So it is, instead of 53 it's Kyle Zickman.
Oh, okay, 88. Okay.
Kyle Zickman now is 53.
Sneaky.
Here's the handoff to Winkle. Solid run off the right side. Charlie Garcia comes across and makes the tackle along with Brent Wood. And the Frankfort defense has been on the field so long.
Boy, they have.
They are really exhausted.
They really have. And Zickman was playing fullback for Frankfort the first few games. I'm not sure if that change happened last week when they were on the road or if it was just tonight. So that would be another change that they're – I like how Coach Bodger's moving some people around, trying to get the best players on the field as he can get to give them the best chance to win week in and week out.
So Kyle Zickman is number 53 instead of 88. Winkle, big yards, almost to the first down marker. McDonald comes up to make the stop along with Wood.
And it does tell you a lot about the kids, too, who are willing to move. Like in this case, you know, Mr. Zickman going from a running back position down to a line position. It takes a good kid with some character willing to make that move for the team.
Second and short for the Tigers. 2.5 goes. Here in the second period. Fouts. Winkle. Right side. Trevor has himself a first down. Charlie Garcia was the guy that made the tackle. Coach Byers would like to see his team fly to the ball more and play more disciplined defense. We've got a chance right now with 2:05 to go, down 41-6. And as we talked about, still that number one unit for the Tigers in the ball game. Fouts out of the shotgun. Pace is slowed. Winkle. Carreras misses him. Gets him from behind, though, as Todd comes up for some help.
That was very well defended. Very well defended there. The defensive end stayed home. They didn't get the kick. Winkle, being a wiggly dude that he is, he tried to get the wrap, but he was able to break out as well, so he must be very strong as well. And then Coach Byers wanted a lot of guys rallying to the football, and that's what he got right there, because if he didn't, that would have been a big play. So very nice job by the defense.
2nd and 10. Keaton Myers, 77, talked about him in the ball game now at left defensive tackle. Fouts, looking downfield. Takes off, throws, and this one is caught. Bowen, that's good enough for a first down. Ball was down and in, but Brayton Bowen went down and got it.
Yes, he did. That was a nice catch. He threw that right where only his receiver could get it and no one else.
Not a 12-yard pass play. The youngster out of the backfield. He's been out a couple of games. Been back in the lineup for Coach Smock. They have 45 seconds and running. Lebanon hoping to score again, up 41-6 here in the first half. This will be possibly their second victory in the conference. Lark, and Caden Lark is dropped down. That's Gage, I believe. He might have made the stop.
Yep, well defended right there.
Garrick Burge.
The corner was outside, kept it contained, and they had a rally from the safety and a rally from the outside linebacker, which is what you have to do to stop that.
That's Burge.
Is it Burge?
Yeah, Burge, B-I-R-G-E.
Yep. I know his dad, believe it or not. he actually helped us out up here in the last broadcast.
Fouts looks downfield, knocked down.
Nicely done.
And almost went in the hands of Fouts, and that will end the second quarter as Lebanon jumps out to a huge lead here at Frankfort. On the road, the Tigers 41, the Hot Dogs 6. Here at halftime, you're watching IHSAA football on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello! As the first down. Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. He got it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty. And I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. In addition, the Ultimate Managed Wi-Fi also comes with the Ultimate app. The Command IQ mobile app puts you in control of your home network and makes it easy to set up and connect devices, run network speed tests, pause Wi-Fi, and set parental controls, all from the palm of your hand. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down. Smith tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. In addition, the Ultimate Managed Wi-Fi also comes with the Ultimate app. The Command IQ mobile app puts you in control of your home network and makes it easy to set up and connect devices, run network speed tests, pause Wi-Fi, and set parental controls, all from the palm of your hand. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA. High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Frankfort High School. Fans, the good news is that the Hot Dogs scored a touchdown, the first time they've scored points on Lebanon in 5 years. The bad news is the Tigers and freshman Caden Lark are on a roll, 41-6 at halftime. And right now, it just is a matter of working against the running clock, and for Frankfort, take every play importantly as we go into the second half, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Always working on execution. Always, always, always. That is job one. And if they want to continue to improve throughout the season, they need to make every play work this time. I've seen a lot of good things today for them. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks since I've seen them. I do like some of the adjustments they've made on the offensive side and the defensive side, but they still have a ways to go. They've got some work to do to clean up a few issues. The penalties were much better this week than when I saw them last time, which that's a mental thing and that's a lot of discipline thing, so it's good to see that's tightening up as it should as the season starts to progress. But yeah, Lebanon is just a little bit different level of ball club than Frankfort right now, especially with a couple of special athletes that have shown their skills tonight.
Mike Walensky and Sean Wines here with you at Frankfort, and we're in week number 5. Frankfort came into this ball game 2-2, Lebanon at 1-3. This is an important matchup, frankly, because these two teams could meet each other down the road in sectional 22.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it'd be interesting to see what happens at the end of the year here. I think Lebanon still has some room to grow, as well as Frankfort does. But the thing with Lebanon, they have had some, as you had mentioned earlier, a lot of guys out. They've had to piecemeal some offense and defensive groups together, which early in the season probably did them a lot of damage. Plus, they've played some really good squads. They really have. Zionsville's year in, year out solid. And then, Mooresville, who is 4-0 right now, they have played everyone very strong. So that could have helped Lebanon. If they had all their guys, that really helped them out because they could have seen what level of play they need to be at. But right now it's for them, it's tightening things up, and they look really, really good.
Well, next week for Frankfort, on the road at Western Boone, Class 2A, best of the best. The Western Boone Stars have won back-to-back state championships, and Justin Pelley has done a fantastic job.
He really has. Yeah, that program has really come around, and he has been solid there for the entire time he's been there, but it has reached a whole other level the last 3 or 4 years.
And ironically, Jamie Comer, the head coach at Danville, who took the Warriors last year in his first season to the Class 3A state championship, was the offensive coordinator at Western Boone for Justin. So success breeds success.
Absolutely it does. They're making a name for themselves, a little family there, a little football family of coaches, the little cradle there, like the old Miami of Ohio back in the day. Now it's Boone County.
Well, right now, James Byers has his hands full with the Frankfort Hot Dogs trailing 41-6. And the Dogs will receive here to start the third period, so maybe we'll see some offensive fireworks.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. Yeah, it'd be good to see them come out, get a good series going. They had a real shaky start, then they settled down and started playing really some pretty decent ball there for most of the second half of the first quarter and for the first half of the second quarter. But then a couple of mistakes, a couple of turnovers kind of blew things open for them. So hopefully we can see them come back and start making some of those offensive moves again.
Caleb Girdley, number 41 for Lebanon, will do the kicking, and obviously if you see the screen, they had to switch sides. So things didn't start out for either ball club quite well. I think both ball clubs thought they were starting the opposite way. But Girdley will set up and kick off, and Bryce McDonald will be the deep back for Frankfort, number 36. Cade Lark had a huge kickoff return early in this ball game for Lebanon. That really set the Tigers on fire.
Yeah, right after the Frankfort score, too, which was just a heartbreaker, absolute heartbreaker.
A lot of fans have turned out tonight here at Frankfort on the home side, but also a pretty good turnout for Lebanon on the visitors' side as well. A lot of fans following the Lebanon Tigers this year. That's a nice sign to see. Girdley will kick off for the 1-3 Lebanon Tigers, looking for their second victory of the season. Next week, Lebanon plays at Tri-West, who is 4-0. This was a Bruin ball club that knocked off Frankfort a couple weeks ago, 61-14.
That'd be a very interesting ball game to kind of watch the scores.
McDonald, 7-yard line. Pass at 20, slips past the tackler, and finally driven down by the Lebanon Tigers, Levi Poland, just a freshman, number 33.
Yeah, another nice return. When Frankfort's had the opportunity to return the ball, they've actually done pretty well, getting out there between the 25 and the 30-yard line. Okay, so now it's time for the offense, and we'll see how Lebanon comes out, see if they still stay focused on the defensive side.
And Doug Wood, the sophomore, remains in the quarterback, playing at quarterback at his first start this season for James Byers Ball Club. Jacob Burns is in the backfield, and Riley Goodnight is flanked to the right. Goodnight usually running in the backfield. They want to get some passing going. He scored one touchdown. Back to pass. Wood downfield, look for McDonald, and well over his head as Hunter Crew, number 16 for Lebanon.
Which probably saved his life because they were in a zone right there, and that safety was sitting right in the middle of the field, and there would have been a big collision right there if he had thrown that ball on the mark. So as the sophomore there, if you're going to run that little zone there, you can tell that zone by how the corners are going to line on you. You have got to get that ball in that window there, just outside or right on the hash there. If you wait too long, you're asking your receiver to get his face knocked off.
Eric Burge checks in the lineup, lined up far to the right side. Two receivers right, two left. Wood across the middle, and he missed Carreras. Larkin was trailing him on the crossing pattern on the little slant, and he overshot him.
Yeah, that was a good throw, just to throw it away, because that was covered very well. They had the corner over the top, they had the safety on the inside, and they had the outside linebacker who did a nice job trailing on the inside. So if he had thrown that ball on the mark, that would have been an interception.
Just a three-man rush for Lebanon. Drew Turrell, number 52, he's been pretty good. They got two guys on him. Wood on the far side, and Riley Goodnight couldn't handle it. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, it was a good ball. Just didn't make the catch. I would have been interested to see if he did catch that, if he could have broken that tackle and gotten a big gain, but wasn't to be.
Riley Goodnight, number 13, also has punting chores for Frankfort. And for the most part tonight, Lebanon has just decided not to rush him at all.
Yep.
They've held their ground.
Okay, kick the ball to the right. do not kick it to Lark. Don't give him an opportunity to make another big play.
Here's a snap, the kick, low line drive.
A little curve ball.
Caden Lark dropped the ball to 33. He's to the 35, 40. Look out, 40, 45, and he gets out of bounds. Smart play by the young freshman. But that's about an 11-yard return.
Yep, which is pretty good. I mean, for the skills that he has, really Frankfort did a good job keeping him corralled, keeping him on this side of the field, and giving him the only option of running out of bounds.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Tigers. On top in this ball game, 41-6. We have a running clock here in this ball game because Lebanon is 30 points plus on Frankfort in this contest. Fout still in the lineup for Lebanon. And the give to the freshman. He's in the ball game, and he gets about 5 yards. The youngster, the small guy, looks like Shockley. Brendan Shockley, the freshman, carries the football. And what's really interesting about the fact is that Brendan Shockley was a long snapper on extra points. And he also plays running back for Lebanon.
He must have a changing room back there to change his jersey. Well, I guess on that, I guess he could be a 20 on the inside there on a kickoff, on a extra point. Yeah, and one of those do-everything guys.
5-yard gain for the Tigers.
Looks like Frankfort's lined up both sides.
To Shockley. Left side, Carreras has him and brings him down for a tackle for loss.
There you go.
And hopefully he doesn't have a cramp. He looks like he's getting up slowly.
Well, it looked like Frankfort wanted to get in the face of these receivers down here, put a little man, and I think they might have been across the line of scrimmage a little bit, but there was no call, so it must not have been just my old eyes and bad angles.
Jorge Aguilar checks out of the lineup. He had come in there at left defensive tackle, the youngster. 5'9", 250 pounds. Again, Lebanon out of the gun. 3rd and 8 here in the third period to start it off. Fouts looks left, throws, caught by Crew, and he is really close to first down. And
Frankfort they're marking just a little bit short.
Kai Kirby was the guy that made the tackle. Boy, that's going to be close. I'm surprised they're not measuring. That's going to be short.
Yep.
4th down, and
maybe half a yard.
The question is whether or not Jeff Smock decides to punt the ball up 41-6.
I'd say probably not.
And
I
you're
would
right.
guess.
And he's going to run out of the shotgun on 4th and short. Blitz coming up.
Not going to have to make that decision.
That is Todd jumping off sides, and that will be a Lebanon Tiger first down.
Yeah, just wasn't patient enough to wait for it. They were going to bring double bullets up there right up in the middle to try to make a stop on the running game, but mistimed it.
Tigers, the football in Frankfort territory, and the clock running under 6 minutes to go here at Frankfort High School. When you have a running clock, it certainly diminishes the number of plays that you can run offensively. Landon Fouts in charge of the offense for Lebanon. Looks right, throws, caught by Shockley, and finally taken down. There's a flag on the play. Todd was the guy that came up to make the stop along with Burge. With a flag in that area, looks like maybe a face mask. Nope, it'll be a hold.
Yeah, it was definitely a hold. I saw that one. That's the same play they ran for the two-point conversion earlier. We had a little bunch to the right, and they run that little swing pass for the fullback. And I thought I saw that exact same hold down there as a replay on the two-point conversion, but it was in more of a congested area, so no one could really see it. But there it was out in the open, so he had to make the call.
1st and long for Lebanon.
That's exactly what Frankfort needed, to get this long yardage situation. It narrows down what some of the play calls would be, and then hopefully you can make a play and get a stop and get the ball back.
Houghton, number 71, snaps the ball to Landon Fouts. Premature whistle and a timeout. So with that, Lebanon on top here in the third period, 41-6. We'll take a break on the ISC Sports Network.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Frankfort High School as the hot dogs are gathered around with the Lebanon Tigers on top of Frankfort here. Here in the third period, 41-6. It is a running clock, but there is a timeout, and it does freeze it. And you mentioned the times that the clock stops now.
Yeah, timeouts, it'll stop. If there's an injury, they'll stop the clock. If there's a score, they'll stop the clock so that they can get the change of possession stuff sorted out. And that's pretty much the only time it's going to stop other than regular timing.
The Tigers have a new center in the lineup. It's Eli Bridges, number 66, a sophomore. He's only 6'4", 340 pounds. Fouts to give to Shockley, the freshman, left side. Williams tries to get a block. Good slip through by Brent Wood to make the tackle. Yep. Frankfort on the ball there defensively.
And we got two flags. We got one in the middle of the field here that happened during the play, and then very late after the play, there's another flag on the far side.
Carreras, number 40, walking around. Looks like he's dinged up a little bit for Frankfort. He may be checking out of the ball game, and instead checking out for Frankfort.
That's Zickman. That's our mystery number guy.
Yeah,
number 88 on the program, but number 53 in our hearts right now. So that's Mr. Zickman coming off. He had a little gimp when he went out on the offensive series last time. So it may be having a cramping issue, or maybe got kicked in the shin or something earlier. And trying
Kyle
to work it out.
Zickman. They're going to move that back on Lebanon on that personal foul.
So we had a hold there. And then they're going to have a personal foul, looks like, against Frankfort after the play. Okay. So they have to mark them both off.
Wow.
So the net result, 5 yards.
And why they moved it is because one of the penalties was a dead ball foul after the whistle was blown.
Yeah, you got to mark. I know it seems kind of silly, but you got to mark. You can't do the math in your head, so they got to mark off during the play penalty first, get the new spot, and then mark off any dead ball fouls.
Just when you thought there was a penalty on Lebanon, Frankfort has issued the yellow flag as well. Nothing has gone right tonight, with the exception of a touchdown to Riley Goodnight.
But they do you lose the down because it was post penalty. Oh.
Shockley has a couple hot dogs miss, and he runs all the way into Frankfort territory about the 41. It's still shy by about 9 yards of the first down. But
Latig was right in there and shot out of a cannon and just couldn't quite make the play. Didn't quite settle his feet and get a good wrap.
Guerrero's checking out of the ball game now for Frankfort.
Well,
77, Keaton Myers now in the lineup.
Well, so far tonight they've loved to run the slants in the situation.
Shockley, left side, and finally brought down by 77, who just checked in the lineup. I just mentioned his name. Keaton Myers makes a stop.
Yeah, very nice stop. They tried to run a little wham play with that little hit back. The little H-back came inside, actually tried to trap an interior lineman. And then, Frankfort did a nice job squeezing it down, giving him nowhere to go. Then he kind of wiggled and found something for a little bit of a gain. But 4th and long.
And Lebanon's going for it. Landon Fouts working out of the shotgun, as you see on the near side here. Trips. Mason Crew, number 47, in the line of scrimmage. Fouts has plenty of time, looks left. And this one is tipped away and knocked away, and Demetrius Laati was not able to make the catch, and Frankfort takes over.
Boy, that was a nice ball thrown by Fouts. It was right on the money, hit him right in the helmet, but he couldn't pull it in. That was just a timing route. Quarterback gets the ball, turns his shoulders, and just lets it go and lets the receiver go catch it.
Laati has a lot of speed. Made one catch in tonight's ball game, but he's dropped a couple out there tonight. And Frankfort's offense back on the grass. It's Doug Wood, number 5. The single back is Jacob Burns.
Looks like there's a little confusion on alignment here on the defense. Now they're getting it sorted out.
Frankfort is forced to take another timeout.
Yeah, Zickman came out with a leg issue on defense, and then he's still not in on offense, and no one had communicated with the backup to make sure he came in. So it looks like they've got it sorted out now.
Official game clock has 57.3 seconds remaining in the third period. And with a running clock, there has been no scores right now in the third period. The scoreboard was lit up in the first half by Lebanon. Freshman Caden Lark scored 3 touchdowns for the Tigers. Really got things going for them.
What a night! Yeah, they definitely have some athletes who can make some big plays. And they did tonight.
Yeah, talk about another big athlete. We mentioned Trevor Winkle, the running back.
Yes.
Outstanding speed. You've got to contain him.
Yes, they definitely pose, some concerns for the defensive coordinator. That is no doubt.
First down and 10 for the Hot Dogs on their own 38. Wood to pass. Rolls left, throws. Michael at his 50, 45, and finally dropped in the flat by Mackay Smith. First down, Hot Dogs.
Yeah, really nice. They blitzed, Lebanon blitzed from the top side of the screen. Came in, they stuffed that, but the right guard or right tackle was completely blown back into the backfield, caused Wood to boot out a little bit, and he threw a very nice ball to Michael.
Wood looks for Michael again. This one is knocked down by Finney. A flag on the play. There's another flag in the interior part of the line. So we've got 2 flags. That may be offsetting.
I think it's going to be another one of those maybe that it might be pre and post play. So over here on the side, I think they got a pass interference on the bottom of the screen. And I saw what happened at the top. One of the Lebanon kids grabbed one of the Frankfort kids and kind of threw him to the ground. I believe as the whistle blew, so we'll have to see how they judge that to be. So it will be offsetting if they consider it during the play, but if they consider the whistle blown, then it'll be like we had before, 2 mark-offs. And then
the good news, John, for the officials, they're not being timed.
Yes, you're right.
And they're spending a lot of time discussing this.
Yeah, they will get
out
it right.
of the field as the horn sounds to end the third period. When we return, it'll be Lebanon on top of Frankfort 41-6 on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Back at Frankfort High School, 41-6 after 3, Lebanon on top of Frankfort. And the officials have tried to sort out this penalty for the last 5 minutes, it seems like.
They were so serious they didn't even take water, I don't think.
It's going to be first. It could be first and long for Lebanon.
We started the mark-off dance yet. We'll see what's going on here.
Here's the signal. Pass interference on the Tigers.
Good.
And unsportsmanlike conduct on Frankfort and on Lebanon.
Oh, they offset that.
So it'll be a first down.
I saw that whole thing right there, and I think they're just kind of not sure what happened, so they just gave it to both people and said, let's move on. But I definitely saw the Lebanon kid toss her.
First and 10 to the 32. Gage looking to blitz. Back to pass. Throws downfield. This one is incomplete. Intended for Sam Michael. Almost a late hit by Lebanon in the backfield.
They're trying to get Michael on a quick fade.
Christian Rusher, the
quarterback
junior.
threw the ball out there right away. He had a little pressure on him, which didn't let him quite set his feet, and he put it in the position he wanted. Yeah, you got to hit it when things start getting a little chippy. Sometimes you expect it when it's a rivalry game and it's getting near the end. But hopefully this doesn't devolve into something that neither team would want to see.
2nd and 10. Doug Wood. Blitz coming down the middle by the safety. Rose down the right side for good night, and it's intercepted by Shockley. 15, 20. McDonald misses. And finally brought down by Brenton Wood. Another interception by Lebanon.
Was that 3 on the night, I think? Well, that one was kind of a floater. Didn't quite get the zip on he needed because, once again, he had a little pressure in his face. And, in that case, the wide receiver has to be a defensive back and try to bat that down. And just wasn't able to get his feet under him and get in a position where he could do that.
Tigers take over. There's a lot of fresh uniforms up front for Jeff Smock's ball club. I can't see, Sean, who the quarterback is right now.
I can't either. He's kind of hidden in there.
Adjustments here. There's a lot of youngsters.
Yeah, there's a lot of smaller bodies. You can definitely tell.
Colby Cook, number 55 in the ball game.
Yep.
58 on the offensive line. Jaden Ramney.
I think it's just a wholesale change of the second team in right now.
Snap.
Little pistol.
And they give the 35 off the right side, and he's finally going to be brought down near the first down marker.
That was a nice, strong little run by that running back.
Vincent Laney. Vincent Laney, a sophomore, number 35. I think that's Logan Hussing in the lineup now at quarterback, number 5. Hussing is a sophomore, 5'7", and about 130 pounds. That's Hussing, number 5, running out of the shotgun. With Vincent Laney, the sophomore, after a 10-yard gain to the 39 of Lebanon. Hussing keeps himself, and he is going to be muscled down by Carreras and Cook.
Yeah, that high snap really messed up the timing there, and the quarterback did the smart thing. Instead of trying to force it, just tuck the ball, followed the running back into the hole. I guarantee you that's something that you practice every day. Anytime you make a mistake like that, just get the ball, get forward, get back to the line of scrimmage, and replay.
Hussing is 9 inches shorter than the starter, Landon Fouts, and he's the backup quarterback, number 5.
So you're saying you're not going to be able to sneak him in a situation and fool anybody?
Shotgun, Hussing, Laney, across the 40. He could go 50, 30, 35, down to the 30-yard line, and finally pulled down from behind. Laney with another big gain for Lebanon.
Yeah, they're doing a real nice job hitting that C gap on the right side. He's a pretty smooth little runner as well. You know, he kind of hit. You know, I kind of like watching kids if their head's not bouncing around and they're not all wasting effort, just kind of gliding. You know, they've got some pretty good skills, and he's another glider.
Burge and Perry checking out of the lineup for Frankfort. Hussing at quarterback, shotgun. Keeps it himself on the inside. He's going all the way down to the 23-yard line, and finally pulled down by Julio Rivero, number 50, a sophomore. 5'10", 180-pounder. Rivero making his first stop. A lot of youngsters checking the lineup now for Frankfurt.
Yeah, for sure. That's not something we saw with Fouts in there. They didn't run the little zone read and him pulled it because, you know, he's a little bit different body type. So that makes this offense really kind of nice. There's a lot of things you can do with it, different looks.
2 backs, high snap, Hussing, and Carreras. It's going to be gifted with that one.
Yeah, it's a great decision getting his body down, and how he held on to that, I don't know. He reached up with those arms and pulled it like a rebound.
Vlad's going to get a tackle for loss there, 4-yard loss for Lebanon.
Looks like Frankfurt has a lot of their seconds in now as well.
3rd and 6 for the Tigers at the 27. Let's take a look at the dejected Frankfurt sideline, trailing 41-6 here in the final frame. Again, off breaks a tackle, the 20, inside to the 15, and finally brought down. Nice run on the left side by Vincent Laney, and wrestled down by Yahir Matias. Matias, a senior, 5'5", 150 pounds.
Another missed tackle they had. They had a good penetration in the offensive backfield, and they just couldn't make the play, make the wrap. Bounces off and gets a nice gain again.
Hussing working against, it looks to be a 5-man front for Frankfurt. Different alignment now for the Tigers. Hussing, Laney, right side, skips a tackle, and he is inside the 10-yard line there for another big gain for Lebanon.
Yeah, right now Frankfurt's playing a double eagle defense, which means that their defensive tackles are down on the outside shoulders of the guards, trying to take away the interior. Which is a good defense, but if you're going to be in that, you have to make sure that your defensive end, when that tackle blocks down on your interior lineman to get a double team, you have to squeeze down and make that gap a lot smaller. And right now, they're kind of coming upfield a little bit, which makes that hole even wider.
Laney, a 6-yard gain. They put the ball back to the 11. Good spot there for the hot dog. 64 for Lebanon is snapping the football. That's Colin Fouts, another freshman. Hussing give the ball on the inside, and number 44 drives down to the goal line. Jake Windhorst, another freshman. Windhorst down to the 2-yard line.
And all these kids run with their pads over their feet. They really lean forward and really get the extra yard or yard and a half every time they get tackled.
1st and goal for the Tigers from at least the 3. Fouts will snap to Hussing. Hussing to give to Laney, right side. He's into the end zone for the Lebanon touchdown. It's Lebanon 47-6. Vincent Laney touchdown.
Nice little drive by Lebanon's seconds there. A lot of big holes, nice smooth running backs. very nice execution.
Clock stops at 4:31 here in the final frame. And it stops because the Tigers pushed the ball in the end zone on Laney's touchdown. .44, Windhorse setting up with the wing. He goes out of the backfield. The pass down the middle, incomplete.
Oh, nice little slant play right there, right at his body. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Windhorse looking for Dax Frost, number 34, another freshman. Looks like Lebanon has lots of freshmen.
A lot of freshmen on that squad.
And with that, we've got a 47-6 Lebanon Tiger lead here, looking to win their second football game of this young campaign. They've got a big ball game coming up next week with Tri-West. Frankfort on the road next week at Western Boone. That'll also be a big clash in the Sagamore Athletic Conference with 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in this contest. It has been an outstanding game for Lebanon.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah, they've really shown that they're here to play and that they are definitely a program who maintains that level of great play.
And with his victory tonight, Jeff Smock will improve his career record at Lebanon to 23-22.
There we go.
He moves above 500.
On the positive side, that's always a nice feeling.
Again, it's Caleb Girdley to set up to kick the football for Lebanon. We talked about Girdley and Shepard are their kickers. Ryan Shepard kicks on points after and field goals. Girdley on the kickoff. And he's done a nice job.
Well, that's a nice boot, too, for a young guy.
He's caught at the 1 yard line by McDonald. Across the 25 and pushed back. That is a nice kick.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I think about to the goal line, wasn't it? Maybe a yard or two short. A little flatter than the other kid, but definitely a nice leg.
Shockley and Frost were down to make the tackle for Lebanon.
Well, yeah, it will be good to see Frankfort come in and get another score.
Doug Wood's going to stay in the ball game at quarterback. Got some youngsters lining up front. Nelson Oner Ramirez, a junior, 5'7", 200, number 51's in the lineup. And Keaton Myers playing offense now on the left side, number 77. Out of the shotgun, Wood. The give off the right side, and he gets hammered. He's going nowhere. Jacob Burns, it's like the safety came up and wrapped him up right at the point of attack. Tag Williamson, another freshman, number 40 for Lebanon.
So Frankfort has a few young guys that have come in on the outside down here at the bottom.
Doug Wood looking downfield and just out of the reach of the intended receiver, and that was Lalo Castillo. It's a good opportunity for Doug Wood to get some experience. He's definitely going to get better as the season progresses.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And they need to have that.
Yeah, I was really pretty impressed with him. For his first start, I thought he really did a good job. There were a couple throws that when he gets another game or two under his belt, he'll know a little bit better. He'll be able to read the coverage a little cleaner.
Castillo, 35, 40, 45, across the 50-yard line, and finally dropped by the Tigers. That was Jay Pollock, another freshman, came up and made the tackle, but not before Castillo picks up a big first down to the 50.
Yeah, same play they just ran. This time the ball was on the mark, and you could see Castillo's speed. You know, they had shown a couple weeks ago in the kicking game. Now you can see it here as a receiver.
Out of the shotgun. Wood, two-step drop, looking to his right. Wood, 45, 40, and finally drilled out of bounds by number 40, Tag Williamson. After a gain, looks like a first down.
Yep, sure does. Good decision, got pressure, they had a lane to run through, get the first down, get out of bounds, and get ready for the next play.
15-yard run for Doug Wood, the clock running at 1:35. Shotgun. Throw in the flat, and it's dropped.
Oh, right to his hands. That was a good ball.
Kai Kirby, two-sport player for Frankfort, number 6, had an opportunity.
Yep, he really did. Now, pretty soon you think that these guys might run that little out again and then break it up and run a little out and up, run a little post or a slant on the inside to keep the safety occupied in the middle. We'll see if they end up doing that.
Wood looks down the middle, caught, it was deflected. Quincy Perry is a receiver, short of the first down. The clock will run.
Yeah,
under a minute.
Yep, ran a little under route or an in route from the wide receiver. You clear with the inside slot. He runs a deeper route, drop the safety and pull the outside linebacker, then you come right underneath.
Wood looking downfield for Perry at the goal line, and he couldn't handle it.
That was a nice fade. That's perfectly placed on the outside shoulder of the receiver. His guy gets it or no one gets it. Where 1 or 2 earlier were hung a little bit. This had a nice trajectory, and that just shows you how good the Wood can be, I think, in the future. If you
Samuel Torres was on the coverage. He's a sophomore for Lebanon. And Doug Wood, the sophomore, still running the show. Maybe one play left as the clock runs.
And that was 18. Really well defended as well. He had both Lebanon players right in the perfect position.
On the run, looking downfield, and off the hands of an intended receiver. Incomplete. Again, Kai Kirby defended downfield by a Lebanon defender. And that's going to end the ball game.
Yeah, I think if that was a little bit closer ball game, a lot more time, I think that might have been a face guarding, but I think it's time to go home, I think, for the officials.
So with that, the Lebanon Tigers have taken the victory tonight. 14 straight for Lebanon and Jeff Smock. The Tigers 47, and the Frankfort Hot Dog 6. A valiant effort for Frankfort in the first half, but Lebanon just pulled away to win this ball game big time, 47-6. We'll be back to wrap this up. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
A good look at the Frankfort Ball Club regrouping after this one. They took a 47-6 loss to Lebanon, but that's okay because it's all about development. The key for James Spires is Doug Wood, the sophomore. Gets a chance to play quarterback, and he's going to get better, and this football team will rise with his improvement.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. I was really impressed with some of the things he did. He definitely has the physical talent, physical skills to be a pretty good quarterback, it looks like. He just needs some experience, and with that it comes some hard knocks sometimes. And tonight he got a couple of lessons, but yeah, it was good stuff. And I kind of like what Coach Byers did. He moved some guys around. It definitely improved the offense for sure. He put some of your better play markers outside. The offensive line definitely showed improvement this week from the last time I had seen them, because Lebanon did send some heat. They did send some blitzes, and they did a pretty good job picking up it overall. And when they didn't, Wood, a sophomore, being poised, found a crease, hit that crease, got some yardage, kept trying to keep the chains moving. So pretty good job.
A lot of seniors on Lebanon's ball club and Jeff Smock, but tonight it was a freshman, Caden Lark. 3 touchdowns. He showed his speed and just tremendous athleticism.
Yeah, what a show he put on tonight. Absolutely what a show. He would definitely be the player of the game if that was such a thing we gave out. But there were multiple players. The running back, Winkle did a great job. He broke a couple of big plays, showed his athleticism and his nice, smooth style of running. And defensively, Lebanon really did a pretty good job overall. In the run game, obviously, Frankfort knew they couldn't run the ball, and they had to go to the passing game, and that's the credit of the defensive line of Lebanon.
Next week, a pair of Sagamore Conference clashes. Lebanon, Tri-West, Frankfort at Western Boone.
Yeah, that Lebanon Tri-West game, that is one that would be interesting to try to follow. It should be a good ball game. It'd be nice to see how Lebanon has improved from a couple weeks ago. Now they've got other kids and playing a team with a little bit more experience, a little bit more of the same type of athlete on the field. And then Frankfort, they're going to definitely have their hands full. I mean, they're definitely showing improvement, but Western Boone is Western Boone, and lately they have been a powerhouse. And I haven't had a chance to see them yet this year. But even if they've just taken a little step back from last year, they're still going to be very good and a lot for Frankfort to have to deal with.
And that Class 2A ball club in Western Boone, two-time defending state champion. But as we know, in Indiana high school football, the regular season doesn't matter. What matters is the tournament.
Yeah, once the draw is out, it's a brand new season, and whatever's happened, that's in the past, and then you can make whatever you want to make happen for yourself in the tournament.
And hopefully for Frankfort, the weather changes.
Yes.
If it gets a little bit colder, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It kind of neutralizes the speed out there.
Yeah, it does. And it lets some of these guys for Frankfort who are having to play both ways, that'll give them a little bit more legs, that'll last a little bit longer to the ball game, which will help them out a lot.
Tonight, Lebanon improves to 2-3. Frankfort drops to 2-3. It was all Lebanon this evening at Frankfort. The Tigers 47, the Hot Dogs 6. For Sean Wines, I'm Mike Walensky. This broadcast was a partnership between the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network. Big shout out to the student crew of Emily Flores, Jennifer Del Toro, and Edwin Mejia Mora. Thanks a lot for your support. Hot Dogs next week at Western Boone. Thanks for watching. This has been Football on the ISC Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the Hot Dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the Hot Dogs.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school